It's QUEENZFLIP Jr.
It's Mr. Smooth.
It's Aaliyah, and welcome back to the School Report.
Trivia edition.
For the movie Clue. I got it.
How you doing, everybody?
Clue came out in December 13, 1985. We got our bells ready for.
How you doing? How you doing, everyone?
Good.
I'm doing good.
I'm
I got my
fine.
wings.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
All day, every day.
First question for the movie Clue Trivia Edition. What does Wadworth tell the dog to do that Mr. Green mistakenly think Wadworth is telling him to do?
Sit.
That is very right.
You don't remember that, yeah?
Yes, I do. Because
Okay.
he screamed sit like
And
this.
then, yeah.
And the guy sat,
okay,
and then
okay.
the dog had to sit.
At dinner, what branch of the United Nations does Professor Plum say he worked for?
Isn't that the Washington, D.C.?
The Pentagon.
Isn't it like the World's Association of Medicine?
Which one? The World Care Association, World Health Association, Medical Health Association, or Medical Health Organization?
World's Health. Something with Worlds and Health.
Wait, you said Mr. Green?
Professor Plum.
Oh,
Plum.
Professor Plum. Oh, I thought you were
Wasn't
talking
it like
about Colonel
World's-
Mustard.
We're gonna figure.
World's Health or something?
I don't.
Real health.
Let me see.
I thought he was talking about Colonel Mustard
That's
because I
what
got
I
my,
said.
I
That's
got
what
my
I said.
brain mixed up.
That's what
too.
I said.
my
I got
brain
the
mixed up.
Washington, D.C. I know he
Okay.
works for D.C.
We're gonna find out next. Who receives the lead pipe when Mr. Bobby? Sorry. Who received the lead pipe when Mr. Body is handing out the surprises? Who receives the lead pipe when Mr. Body is handing out the surprises?
Was it Miss White?
No.
Wasn't?
It was Mr. Green.
Okay, that's right. Okay. Complete the quote. Life after death is as impossible as.
Marriage
Oh,
after something.
It's 3 words. And Miss White said it.
Yeah, she did.
Something about marriage.
Isn't that the
Would you like to
part-
pass?
No, because
I think-
Wait, what if we
Wait,
pass?
isn't
What's
that the
gonna
part
happen?
when they was all on the couch?
No,
no,
they were at
wine.
the
they were
table.
standing up inside the.
They were sitting down at the table.
Oh, and they all received the letter. And
Who complete the quote? Life after death is as impossible as. Who rang the bell?
first. Rang the bell.
It's 3 words.
I have no
Marriage
idea.
after.
there's a lot of twists and turns.
It was something after marriage.
Doesn't killing no. Yeah, I thought,
As sex after marriage.
yeah. It was,
Oh,
Okay.
I thought. It was
How many secret passages are there?
2.
No,
Yeah, there is.
it's more than that.
No.
Yes, there is.
There's a-
There's
Cause
there's
one
a
in the
house.
fridge, and there's one going
There's one
to
upstairs.
the little lounge area where the guy was killed that got the food.
no,
there's
and there's
two?
one inside the pool table when it goes around.
No.
Yes, there
Okay,
is.
all right. She
find
said
out.
2.
So how did?
What key does Wadworth throw away after the motorist arrives?
that's the keys to the room.
Library key, cupboard key, lounge key, study key.
Library key.
No.
No, can I pass it?
Yeah.
Me? The
No,
lounge.
no, no.
Oh,
Yeah, you want to say it? Yeah.
I think it's a lounge key.
I think it's the cupboard.
It's
I
not the
don't
cupboard
think it's
because
the
they
cupboard.
switched it out.
So he put the library key, correct? You said library?
Yeah.
Okay,
Might
we'll
be
find out.
wrong.
We'll find out. Hold on. What is the motorist's name? What is the motorist's name?
They never said it.
Yeah, they just said the motorist.
Is they never tell you, Bill, Tom, or Jack?
They never tell you.
Oh.
To whom are the characters referring to during this dialogue? Miss Scarlet says, if we let him stay in the house, he may get suspicious. Professor Clum then says, if we throw him out, he may get even more suspicious. Colonel Mustard says, if I were him, I'd be suspicious already. Who are they talking about?
Aaliyah rang it first.
The motorist. The guy in the lounge.
I'm too good to be true.
Oh, you mean the white guy?
When the electricity is switched off, what does Wadworth accidentally walk into, thinking it's an exit?
The shower.
During the blackout, who bumps his or her head on the bottom of the dining room table? During the blackout, who bumps his or her head?
I don't know.
bottom?
Colin a mustard?
Okay.
I don't know.
I think it might be Yvette.
I don't think it was a girl. Yvette didn't.
How many people used the weapon they were first given to kill someone? How many people used the weapon they were first given to kill someone? Smooth, stop watching everybody and pay attention to yourself. Oh, yeah?
3.
Okay. What hits Colonel Mustard in the head while he's searching in the kitchen?
Are you good? It's Colonel Mustard in the head.
No,
you didn't answer nothing, huh, JR?
I did.
Yeah, what hits Colonel Mustard in the head?
In the kitchen. He got hit in the
Ironing board, bag of flour, fruit processor. Yeah.
iron board.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just as Miss Scarlet is about to kill the cop, what happens?
I think the doorbell rang.
Okay. Who answers the door when the bearded man comes to tell them the kingdom of heaven is at hand? Who rang it?
It was me. I think it was Miss Scarlet.
Wrong.
Was it?
Is it Mr. Green? That's probably wrong.
Okay.
I don't think it is.
At the end of the movie, who says, "Wait, so who did I kill?"
Wait, no, I know the last question. It was the gay guy with glasses.
Mr. Green.
Yeah, Mr. Green. Yeah, she was right.
At the end of the movie, who says, "Wait, who did I kill?"
Isn't that Miss Peacock?
Okay, let's check the answers. Okay, who answered the question about sit? Who answered that question?
Me.
You got that correct. 1 point for Aaliyah. Who answered at dinner? What was the branch of the United Nations Professor said he worked for? Who said World Health Organization?
Me.
You got that correct. Who received the lead pipe when Mr. Body is handing out surprises? Who said Mr. Green?
Was it me? I think it was me. Was it you? No, it was me.
You got that correct. Complete quote.
None of us got that one.
Okay. The correct answer. She said, was sex after marriage? Okay. No.
Yeah.
How many secret passengers were there? Who answered that? 2. Aaliyah got that right. What key does Wadsworth throw away? Who said the library key? That's wrong. It was the lounge key.
Mm-hmm.
What is the motorist's name? Who said they never tell you? They never told you?
Oh, we both said at the
Okay.
same time.
The correct answer. Okay. Who said the answer was the motorist? When they said to whom were they referring to in this dialogue? Who said that? Wow. 5 points. When the electricity wow. When the electricity switched off, what does Wadworth accidentally walk into, thinking it's an exit? Who said the shower?
I did.
Okay, 1 point for you. During the blackout, who bumps his or her head on the dining room table? Who answered that question? Colonel Mustard was the person? Correct. How many people used the weapons that they were given to kill someone first? Who said 3? Wow.
I think Smooth did.
No,
No, Aaliyah
did.
Who said the ironing board? Who said when Colonel Mustard was hitting the head in the kitchen?
I did.
All right, that's correct. Just as Miss Scarlet is about to kill the cop, who said the doorbell rang? That's correct. Who answered the door when the kingdom come? Somebody said Mr. Green. The answer was that's wrong. The answer was Miss Peacock. And at the end of the movie,
wait for the real scene.
who answered the door when the bearded man comes to tell the kingdom of heaven is at hand?
Oh, that was for the not the real one. That was for the
It's Peacock.
That was for the actual
No.
movie. Then they should. It was.
No, it was Miss Peacock. It wasn't
Was.
before they showed the 3 different things. It was before they showed the 3 different alternate
At the end of the
endings.
movie, who says, wait, so who did I kill? Somebody said Miss Peacock. The answer was not Miss Peacock. It was Professor Plum. All right, these are my questions. Who arrived at the house first?
Colonel Mustard.
That is wrong.
Isn't it Wadsworth?
That is correct.
Oh,
I thought the same thing
that's what we're
too.
talking about.
The guests.
The guest.
Okay, Aaliyah got that. What type of dog were in the beginning of the movie?
German Shepherds.
Let's move
He
that one.
stole that.
What song was playing in the beginning of the movie in the house?
Oh baby, I don't know. You mean when he turned on the radio?
Shake.
I don't know the name of it, but I know they
Say
say
the word then. Shake.
shake. No, I don't know that word.
R and R. Yeah, shake.
Your rover.
Shake, rattle, and roll.
I don't know.
In what order did Colonel Mustard arrive to the house?
The first one.
Good. How was everyone summoned to the house?
By sending them notes.
Blackmail.
Notes. Not notes, but bills.
Okay, I accept that. Name each character that was a guest.
Colonel Mustard, Mr. Green, Miss Peacock, Professor Plum, and the fake Mr. Body,
No.
and Miss Scarlet,
That's correct.
You said Miss White?
and Miss White.
He didn't say Miss White.
I was
Nope.
still continuing, and
You
Pop
said
said
that's it.
Pop said it was correct. I didn't say that was it.
What was the host name?
Wadsworth. I mean, wait, the fake Mr. Body.
Okay, those are my questions. Aaliyah won that one. No, I think Aaliyah had. I think JR got that one. Sorry, JR. All right, let's get it. Other than the help, who was the first guest to arrive at the dinner party? Other than the
I didn't
help,
Other
understand that question.
than the help,
who was the first guest to arrive?
Colonel Mustard?
Other
Okay.
than the what? I didn't.
The help, like the butler, the chef. I'm guessing.
In the beginning of the movie, when Wadsworth goes to see the cook in the kitchen, what is she doing? Who rang it first?
Smooth.
She was preparing the dinner, and then after she put the knife to his,
What was she doing? Smooth.
I believe she was cooking.
So you saying making dinner?
Yeah.
Is there an option saying sharpening the knife?
Yes.
was.
Yes, she was.
So he said making dinner. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. As the guests are arriving, to whom does Wadsworth comment? I didn't realize you were acquainted.
Oh, that's a slick
Oh, wait. You rang it. Go ahead.
Oh,
That was Snow White and
No.
Yvette.
No, wait. To the guest
Wait,
that
Mrs.
came
Carla-
in.
Mrs. White and Yvette. You saying? No. I will accept. Are you saying Mrs. White and Yvette?
I know she.
Are you saying
No.
Mrs. White and Yvette?
wait, hold on. Wait, when they arrive?
Wait,
I
it
know
could be
the
Miss
answer to
Scarlet.
that. It
Wait,
could
no,
be.
hold on. The question, I'm confused.
He answered the question already.
Oh, okay.
So as the guests arrive, who said that I didn't even realize you were acquainted? Smooth said Mrs. White and Yvette.
That's wrong.
Yeah.
It's Scarlet and Professor Plum. No. Yeah.
They acquainted
Okay.
a lot.
At the dinner, which two characters slurped their soup loudly?
Oh.
It was, it was Professor Plum and Mrs. Peacock.
Okay.
That guy with the glasses on. I forgot to name
When
it.
Mr. Body tries to escape from the house through the controversy, what does he try to break the glass with?
A brick,
What?
like a rock brick. It was grayish.
There's no rock brick there. Sorry.
What's the options? Cause was it like
Shovel, chair, flower pot, rake.
Flower pot.
it wasn't any of those?
I think it was a flower pot.
You want to answer it?
I think it's flower pot.
I thought it was a
something
brick.
small. Was it red?
I think it was something else.
Oh.
What is the fake Mr. Body killed with in the final ending? With what is the fake Mr. Body killed? Yeah.
With the gun.
Which character does not kill anyone? Wadsworth, the fake Mr. Body, Mr. Green, or Miss Scarlet?
I think it was
Which character does not kill anyone?
Oh.
Mr. Body.
The fake one, right?
Yeah, the fake one.
Yeah.
The fake Mr. Body? Okay.
Yeah.
Who is missing when they all run to the billiard room to see why Yvette is screaming?
Whoa.
Who?
It's not tricky.
Is it what? I forgot his name. Wadsworth?
I was gonna
No.
say the
I don't
same
think that's
thing.
an option.
Nah, but
It's
I
not an
believe,
option?
nah,
Is it
I
Miss
think
Scarlet?
he ran, but he did ran though.
Oh.
Miss Scarlet's not an option.
It was.
It's Miss White, Miss Peacock, Professor Plum, or Mr. Green.
Wait, hold on. Oh wait, I know
Who
who
is missing when they all run to the billiard room to see why Yvette is screaming?
who runs into the room.
While she was screaming.
Who is missing when they all run
Yeah.
to the billiard room to
Oh.
see why Yvette is screaming?
Mrs. Peacock.
She had to go to the ladies' room. I think to powder up.
No, she just came in at
No,
the
then
end.
after-
When they
while
draw
she-
straws for partners with whom to search the house, which pair draws the straw that is designated? What?
To the cellar.
Which pair
Cellar.
draw the
Cellar.
straw
Yeah.
that is designated? They have to search the second floor.
The second floor.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Miss Peacock and Professor Plum had the cellar.
Mm-hmm.
I
True.
think I might know.
It's not Yvette and Mr.
No.
No, Mr. Green. It's not them.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's Miss. It's the fake. No, it's the real Mr. Body and.
And who?
The real Mr. Body and dang.
Who is he?
Who did he did not want to partner up with? It's not Miss Peacock.
It's the real Mr. Body and Mrs. White.
Okay, let's try that.
I was gonna say Scarlet.
She was with
No, she was with Colonel Mustard.
Mustard.
Yeah, and that's when they got trapped in the room.
How is the singing telegram girl killed?
She was shot.
Okay. Let's go. Submit my answers. All right. Good. So, other than the help, who was the first girl to arrive? Aaliyah said, Colonel Mustard. You are correct. Number two. In the beginning of the movie, when Wadsworth goes to see the cook in the kitchen, what is she doing? Smooth said making dinner. The answer is wrong. She was sharpening knives.
Got that.
As the guests are arriving, to whom does Wadsworth say, I didn't realize you were acquainted? Smooth said Miss White and Yvette. The answer is wrong. It's Professor Plum and Miss Scarlet.
Mm-hmm.
At the dinner, Miss Smooth got that wrong. Which two characters slurped their soup loudly? JR, you said Mrs. Peacock and Professor Plum.
That was wrong.
The answer is wrong. It is Miss White and Professor Plum. Okay? JR is wrong. When Mr. Body tries to escape the house through the controversy, what does he try to break the glass with? Aaliyah said the flower pot. That is correct. What is the fake Mr. Body killed with in the final ending? Number 6, JR, you said the gun. The correct answer was the candlestick. JR, you're looking very bad for you, JR.
The real ending?
Wadsworth.
Not Wadsworth, the fake Mr.
Yeah, the,
Body.
Which
The
character
real-
does not kill
impersonating
anybody?
him.
Number 7, JR said the fake Mr. Body. That is correct. Who was missing? And Yvette screamed. Aaliyah says Mrs. Peacock. That is correct. When they draw the straws, Aaliyah said Mrs. White and Wadsworth. That is correct. And number 10 is she was shot. That is correct. All right. Looks like Aaliyah takes the game. Unless y'all want to go one more.
I could go
I'll
one
do
more,
one
but
more.
some of those questions were so confusing.
No, I kept getting Wadsworth and the fake Mr. Body mixed up.
I know,
Because
but it was
they
so
call
confusing.
he's the real Mr. Body.
and the fake one
I
is
don't
his
I don't
butler.
consider him as Wadsworth.
After Wadsworth step in dog poop, how many sniffs or how many people sniff or check their shoes?
I think it's 3.
I think it would be 2, but you can say
I think
3.
it would be like
I
There's
thought
no,
it was
there's no
3.
2 option there, JR.
I think it would actually be like most
was
of the
3.
crew.
You say you think it's all of them?
Yeah.
It's not.
Wait.
In the
I
final
think it's
ending,
White.
who murdered the fake Mr. Body?
The FBI. I mean, wait.
What?
The fake Mr. Body. That was Wadsworth. I mean.
How does
I mean, the
Wadsworth kill
In the
his
final ending, who murdered the fake Mr. Body?
The fake Mr. Body?
You said Wadsworth murdered the fake Mr. Body?
Yeah, the fake.
At the end of the movie, who murdered the fake Mr. Body? Do you understand the question? At the end of the movie, who murdered the fake Mr. Body? It's a simple question.
I think it was the FBI.
They don't have nothing here that says the FBI. What is the FBI name?
I don't know his name. I'll just pass on that.
Anybody else want to take up this question?
Um,
Nope. Okay. In the final ending, who murdered the cook?
Is it
Mhm.
Miss Peacock?
Okay. In the final ending, who murdered the motorist?
Is it Colonel Mustard? I don't think that's
wait,
right.
why did they call him a motorist?
I don't know. I looked it up and they said the motorist, so. It's the guy that called, who came in.
The
You
first
mean the,
one.
In the final
the
ending,
cop.
who killed the policeman?
Wait, do it in the final ending.
Okay. Pass on that. In the final ending, who murdered the singing telegram girl?
You mean like
In the final ending, who murdered the single?
Is it Miss Scarlet?
If you combine all 3 endings, you can count a murdered person 3 times. How many murders were total in the film?
was it 9?
It's not an option.
Oh.
Yeah, it's looking very bad for you, JR.
I thought you just had to multiply the 3 by
JR,
3
it's looking
times.
bad for you, JR. It's looking very, very bad for you.
I don't know.
I'm confused on that question.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass. Okay.
No, I just didn't understand the question.
I would just say, I don't know, 19?
Okay.
I'm just
I
guessing.
think it's like.
Or like
lower.
20 something. I don't know.
Now lower.
Who was murdered in the first ending?
was murdered?
Mm-hmm.
Was anybody?
No, and nobody was. Wait, Mr. Body, the fake Mr. Body.
No, the ending like where there's 3 of them.
Like the final ending.
The
Yeah.
first ending.
First ending. When it was Scarlet.
When she had the gun.
Who was murdered? Who was the murderer? No. Who was the murderer in the first ending? I'm sorry.
Miss Scarlet.
She was the murderer.
Yes.
Okay. Who was the murderer in the second ending?
Miss Peacock.
Who was the murderer in the third ending? Smooth.
The real Mr. Body.
No.
No,
I mean
because
the cop.
No.
Miss.
Aaliyah.
It was everybody. Everybody murdered somebody.
Okay.
Oh, I meant with the FBI. He actually shot me.
Oh Lord, FBI. In the final ending, the call from J. Edgar Hoover was from whom?
It was for what's his name? The guy with the glasses, Professor Plum.
No.
Mm-mm.
That's not the guy with the glasses.
Mr. Green?
Oh yeah, I just know it's the guy with glasses.
Mr. Green doesn't wear glasses. He's the gay one.
He did.
Mr. Green spills liquid how many times?
Oh.
Pass.
I think it was 2 times.
How many endings were there in the film?
3.
How many people get murdered?
Was it 4?
No,
It
more
was
than that.
Oh.
I don't know, 7?
Okay.
I was off one number.
Unless it's 6.
I thought it was 6 because the cook did die.
All right. Answers. Okay. Number 1 is correct. Aaliyah said. How many times the dog poop? Aaliyah said 3. That is right. Number 2. No answer. In the final ending, who murdered fake Mr. Body? It was Professor Plum. Number 3, Aaliyah answered Miss Peacock. She is correct. Number 4, in the final ending, who murdered the motorist? I don't know who said Colonel Mustard. No one? You did? Aaliyah got that correct. Number 5, in the final ending, who killed the policeman? No answer. The answer was Miss Scarlet. JR, you lost very. In the ending, who killed the vet? No answer. The correct answer was Miss White. Number 7, in the final ending, who murdered Singing Telegram? Aaliyah said Miss Scarlet. That is wrong. The correct answer was Wadsworth.
Oh.
If you combine 3 endings, you count the murder. How many people were murdered in the film? Aaliyah said 19. No, who said? Did Aaliyah say 19? That is correct.
Oh.
Who was the murderer at the first ending? Aaliyah said Miss Scarlet. That is correct. Who was the murderer in the second ending? Smooth said Peacock. That is correct. Who was the murderer in the third ending? Aaliyah said everyone. That is correct. In the final ending from Call J. Edgar Hoover, Aaliyah said Mr. Green. That was correct. Mr. Green spilled liquid how many times? JL, you said 2. That's incorrect. It was 3. How many endings in the film? JL, you said 3. That is correct. How many people get murdered? You said 7. That is correct.
So only one number.
All right.
I like this movie.
I hate that movie.
I like it though, but
Now,
It was a good movie.
JR, you did a bad job in this movie. Horrible job.
Yes, I did.
And you always come at everybody. You did a horrible job, JR. Why?
Because let's say that I watched the movie yesterday.
Why? You had a whole week.
Come, Aaliyah.
You had
I
a
know,
whole week.
and we had
And when we had
a whole 2 weeks off of the Chronic album.
But
for
did I
what
have
reason?
I didn't have a
Lord.
problem doing the Chronic album, and I said that from the beginning.
Yes, you did, because you said we need 1 week.
I
listen.
never said I needed
You said
any.
you needed 1
I
week
didn't
standing
say-
up right there because you said you didn't listen to it.
I don't
and you
remember
didn't
hearing that.
Remember,
I never
you
said
said
that.
My
I
beautiful
asked you
friend,
that.
my
I don't know
beautiful
what
niece.
you're talking about.
The
He's
four
just
Stop
trying,
putting
you're
words
trying
in
to
people's
pull things
mouth.
out.
Okay,
You're trying to
guys,
pull
okay,
things out that
guys,
make no
please don't
sense
fight.
because
Please
you
don't
got
fight,
you don't
please.
you did horrible on this quiz.
Very horrible.
And you feel bad now. Like
You
you
did
can't
horrible.
you can't come at
You did-
anybody. So
yeah,
if you
you-
come at me next episode, I'm
Someone
like, what
catch-
happened to the clue quiz?
You did horrible.
that
You
was
did
terrible.
horrible. Terrible. And you know what?
Daddy,
I
bro.
said to watch it that night. Even you should have watched Clue.
Oh, I did
'Cause
watch it.
I know, but you could have watched it the day before. Remember when I asked if we could do the episode that day, and you said no.
Yeah,
You
but I
shoulda
did watch
watched
it that day
You should
too.
have watched it.
I watched it the same day.
I told you
and
guys to
did
watch
notes.
it that night. I watched it that night, so
You did horrible. Both of you guys did horrible. And it's disappointing, actually.
I know. Because usually I can analyze. I analyzed that movie before.
obviously you didn't if you got on there.
I
did
tried
everything
though,
right,
but it's just like, it
on
kept
the
on
other
twisting
in the other
me.
trivia, you kept ringing the bell. This time you was like inching.
I
towards
tried, but
suppressing,
it's just that the movie has so much twists and turns in it.
If you sit down and pay attention, you'll
You have
get
to
it. You have to
really
watch it more than once. Aaliyah
You
watched it
have
3
to.
times.
I watched it.
Who
3
told me
times.
that she watched it 3 times?
I don't know. It was bad.
Next movie to watch
I'll see.
is a movie, and keep this in your mentals. The next movie that you guys are going to do is a movie called An Affair to Remember.
Black
That
and
sounds
white.
hard.
An Affair to Remember. Have you ever saw that movie before?
Think so.
What is it about?
I think I watched it with you.
What is it about?
Is it where the guy, he has like a little angel, and it talks to him about if he wasn't in the world?
Wrong. It's a Wonderful Life. Wrong.
Oh, okay.
An Affair to Remember by Cary Grant. Please write it down. An Affair to Remember. You don't have to write it down now. Just remember it. Sign out. JR, you did horrible.
Yo,
Aaliyah is the
Fisher Jr., I
champion.
did trash.
Everybody round of applause for Aaliyah.
Oh, yes.
Good.
Thank
Good
you.
I
luck.
did trash. I'm horrible. I know.
Did.
I tried.
So next week is going to be the Chronic. Next week we're doing 3 things. Subject, Chronic album, and An Affair to Remember. And next week, we're going to have a little fun for the wrong answers.
Yes, we're getting in the collar shock.
It's going to be some shocking fun, including wet fun. It's going to be double.
Double?
Double. Sign out.
Yo, Spencer Jr. did horrible. I watched the movie yesterday.
No
He's being
excuse.
cocky. He's being cocky,
In
Aaliyah.
this
No
morning, too. I watched the
excuse.
movie this morning, too.
You said you only watched it once.
Get him,
You
Aaliyah.
have no excuse.
I fell asleep and I
And
watched
you
it.
have
I
no
started watching it again in the
excuse. You have
morning.
no excuse.
Oh my gosh, she's
Sign
feeling
out.
herself. She
Sign
got
out.
It's
the movie
Mr.
champion.
Sign out. Go ahead.
It's Mrs. Are you
JR,
done?
Stop.
Go ahead.
It's Mrs. Smooth. I really did try this one though, but I mean,
Try everyone.
but I
Both
didn't
of you
make it.
guys can't talk. Just sign out.
Get him, Aaliyah. Yeah.
Sign
I
out.
tried.
And you know
though.
what's so crazy? They came at you.
They
Like,
kept coming at me for not knowing the Chronic album. He didn't
Oh,
even
I
know
didn't
this,
say
this whole
anything about
movie.
that.
I didn't say I knew the whole movie.
but you be cocky and stuff. She's
You
right.
know.
You didn't. Yeah, she's right, Jr. You came out about the Chronic album and look, you did horrible.
Yeah, no, they're horrible.
You only had one answer right.
Oh, it was more than one, like 4 or 5.
Maybe 2.
2 probably. The shot one is something else.
Yeah, because I kept on getting confused. Like, the other questions, like Wadsworth and Mr. Body,
There's
that's
no
why I kept
excuse.
getting confused.
Just,
All right,
leave it.
copy
just
this.
leave it.
No excuse. Okay, well, thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment some recommendations, stuff for us to unbox.
Aaliyah, and please give the audience some advice about paying attention, Aaliyah.
Not
give
to be
some
cocky and not to
give the audience some advice about paying next time.
What?
Give the audience some advice about paying attention, Aaliyah.
About paying attention?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Since you're I don't know. You tell me.
He's confused.
I am confused. I'm confused. You telling me to tell them about how to pay attention?
Not to be cocky, not to procrastinate and watch the movie the day before. See? You have to say stuff like that to throw shots at me. I know it's a shot thrown and it's leading towards your way. It's just an alley hoop. I caught on to that.
Leah, you're so slow, man.
But we should really be talking though.
But we have to finish this. You got everything wrong too.
Let me not.
Tell him your slogan, Aaliyah.
Wrong. Gotta try again. Thanks for watching.
You see, leverage, JR. You lost bad, horrible.
I know I did trash.